Hi Hinsters, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome to. Do give this stream, this video, a thumbs up if you like what I do, and subscribe as well if you want to. So happy Thursday Learn Day. I am here again with another stream, this time quite quick because I have to dash, but we're talking about Virgo season. So we are almost in Virgo season, just about a week left of Leo season to go. Hi, by the way, if you're just tuning in, let me know in the comments how your day is going. How's your Leo season going? And I'm going to get straight into it. So yes, we are soon entering Virgo season official, which spans the period from August 23rd to September 22nd. And let me just check that everything is tickety-tock on the stream. Da-ba-da-ba-dum. Okay, so that's the period, August 23rd to September 22nd. And I think this Virgo season will be a relatively clean and calm Virgo season. And a big message I get for this season is, it's your life. It's your life. And that Amy Winehouse song, if anyone knows it, I think it's called The Big Monkey Man or The Monkey Man. Anyway, Amy Winehouse, very mercurial she was. Virgo rising, Gemini sun. Listen to some Amy Winehouse this Virgo season. But yes, I think it's going to be clean, calm, and I feel like people are going to be more relaxed than usual, maybe especially compared to now. And decisions will be made more maturely, and there will be plenty of proper, well thought out revisions, because we have Mercury retrograde still ongoing as we start this Virgo season. And this here, Mercury retrograde, will be in Leo, hosting therefore the Virgo season this year, and making a sextile, by the way, to Mars and Jupiter in Gemini. So still plenty time and space for us to be thinking about that other mercurial house in our birth charts, which is Gemini, and to keep this clever, revisionary, warrior fighting type of mentality when it comes to something more shadowy or challenging that we're going to start focusing on, kind of fixing for a good few years from now. Check out my video on the Mars-Jupiter conjunction in Gemini for more on that kind of 4 to 5 years long intention setting or fighting to fix something in the Gemini house. So yes, Virgo is a shadow season. So plenty room here for steady inner reflection, especially with a Mercury retrograde hosting, which invites us all to take or to make wiser decisions. And as I've been saying for a while too, this overarching dragon year energy encourages wisdom. We've also got a square between Mars and Venus, and the square is exact. So Mars here has a lot of say over Venus when it comes to this, which collectively can simply mean making more moves that may upset or cause resistance, but going ahead with these moves anyway, if they are going to accelerate things or help us combat or get out of something that's causing harm, perhaps. And there's also this lovely energy of Venus in Virgo trining Uranus in Taurus at the time of the start of Virgo season. And it's going to become a lot easier to bring some magic in, to easily sense or sniff out what routines need a big revamp or a complete cutting out or throwing away. And I really do feel that more people will be making better decisions regarding their money, and for good good Virgo risings, or Virgo risings who know themselves, shall I say. In particular, I'm liking the energy a lot for you, especially around the date August 24th, when Lady Fortuna, or the part of fortune, makes a quick drop in through the sign of Virgo. So I think that's a nice special date for a lot of Virgo risings, August 24th. There will also be a Venus-Saturn opposition toning this here Virgo season. And I feel from this that a lot of people will continue to be thinking more seriously about the people and things that they truly love and desire. And it can be a very good time to see the bigger picture and to get a more kind of real perspective on situations, certain situations. And Saturn is in Pisces and retrograde still, but holds a lot of power or advantage over Venus in Virgo. He is also the ruler of oppositions, by the way. So Saturn will be encouraging a lot of people to make more cuts and trims. And maybe you're a Cancer rising, for example. And so we've got here your seventh house ruler having a bigger say over Venus right now, which is very interesting. So it can be like choosing a partner who's not rich, but they're X, or they're not stunning, but they're X. By X, I mean they're insert whatever other good quality there may be. And there can be also more kind of sensible, long story vision type decisions that you're making regarding partners and other people in general. Like it's sort of like tending to things in a more loving and hopeful way when it comes to your relationships. And the moon and Chiron are pretty important here too, as at the beginning of Virgo season, they're making a trine to Virgo season's host, Mercury, from the cardinal fire sign of Aries. So I'm getting a more, this more kind of vibe of not giving a frig this Virgo season when it comes to those cuts and trims that I mentioned. And I've got Beyonce's song Irreplaceable in my head today. There can definitely be some people choosing themselves and self-care more kind of over some other person or other people's opinions, especially if you're a Capricorn rising or Aquarius rising, by the way. There can be some big or some boss moves that you're absolutely fine about making, and it's pretty inspirational, it's pretty cool. But let's wind things down or back a bit and talk about Virgo season more generally, and with the sun being here. So we've got mutual reception also between the sun and the host of this Virgo season, which is Mercury. So this can be a big chance to deeply reflect on and illuminate the things that need to be decided on. So Virgo season is always about decisions. Okay, that's a huge theme any year. Virgo season, decisions. And Virgo is the feminine expression of Mercury and is a shadow season. And this time of the astro year represents the final point of action taking and the final pushes concerning those intentions that many people made back in Aries season almost 6 months ago. And Virgo is the divinity in the decision. That's what I like to call her. And for some, it's a last chance dance to get things right in order to later enjoy a peaceful rest of the astrological year, or in order to ensure there's enough energy and resources to last right through to the next Aries season, which is the next spiritual spring collectively. And these changes or choices or even affirmations are more subtle in Virgo season. So in any shadow season, it's always a good idea to be a bit more subtle or toned down or internal or introverted. And things are rightly so kind of kept more to the self. It's more like that hermit, or in the tarot, that hermit card kind of humility spirit or archetype coming through and becoming much more charming, but also more important in Virgo season. Anyway, let's talk a little bit, tiny bit, about Virgo season for all of these signs. Now, you might know that I advise you to go with your rising sign, not your sun sign, unless they're the same, for these readings. But if you don't want to do rising sign, that's fine. But my advice is rising. So for Virgo rising, the sun is shining down on you this Virgo season. This is more attention, and celebrations of self are in order here, Virgo. So watch out, though, for attracting the wrong person or thing, because you do have this huge beacon of light coming upon you for the next like 30 days. Watch out for that. So attracting the wrong people or the wrong things. And Virgo risings also with health or body or kind of personality problems. They may be finding things are way easier now. Suffering might be easing up, especially with Venus also still here in Virgo. And I've been saying yesterday, I don't remember if it was here or on my TikTok live, but I was saying yesterday that I'm loving this Venus and Virgo transit for Virgo risings especially. Libra rising. So for Libra, your dreams and or things that you experience or realize when you're high. So there's all kinds of high, like being drunk, tipsy, stoned, or whatever. But whenever you're high or asleep, dreaming, things are brought to your attention a bit more. So pay special attention to that, and also pay special attention to any signs of where you might be fecking things up for yourself, Libra. Virgo season is a great time to course correct, and just in time for your first house season, which will be Libra season once we're done with Virgo. So it's a great time for some Libras to do the chopping now or the course correction now, and then Libra season will be gorgeous. I think for Leos and Libras, Leo risings and Libra risings especially, if you just do it now, it's going to be gorgeous come Libra season. Also, Libra, you're also more likely to have big realizations, or kind of some Libras will be having these like epiphany type experiences during Virgo season as well, because this is your 12th house season. Okay, Scorpio rising. This is more light on your friends. This is maybe some of you's coming out of a reclusion or socializing more during Virgo season. I would say to watch out for fights with friends though, because things can really blow up right now, especially with Mars Jupiter conjunction, which is very significant for a lot of people, and especially with the Mercury retrograde going on as well. So just be careful of like fighting with friends, Scorpio. And you also have the Sun and the benefic Venus in your 11th house of wishes. So while it might not seem like it, come late August / early September, from then, I think you might get granted one or two of them wishes. Okay, Sagittarius. So this for you is divine affirmations. This is that big yes, because that's what the Sun does. That's what he does. He gives this big yes regarding your career and or your calling. But there's a lot going on in the sky against Sagittarius right now. We've got the Jupiter-Mars conjunction in Gemini. We've got Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. And we've got planets now in Virgo as well. So lots of square, oppositional, kind of T-square energy, really, all kind of reflecting on Sagittarius. But those Sagittarius with that kind of bounce back ability, they'll be enjoying this and quite capable, so long as they roll with the punches and they don't become reckless or conceited. So watch out for that. Virgo season for you, Sag, can also be great for you to do some traveling and or to do a course at uni or go on some kind of course or path of higher learning. Capricorn, for you, my love, Capricorn, the Sun is in his joy in your 9th house in Virgo season. So you can easily get some big illuminations or realizations. There can also be good news regarding a father or a teacher or a guide type of person in your life. There can be a divine yes for you regarding higher educational pursuits. So for you, Capricorn, as long as you allow for the flexibility and course correction of Virgo mutable earth energy, I reckon you'll be fine. This can mean as well that you have to consider other people's provisions or what they give, what they actually contribute and support, and not only rely on what you have to provide. This is really one of the key differences between that cardinal and the mutable earth. So some of you Capricorns in Virgo season have to be able to embrace a suggestion or a decision about like shaking something up or adjusting something, which might be against your initial instinct, but it can be quite good in the long term. Okay, Aquarius, the Sun is in your 8th house in Virgo season. and it can bring some brighter days for you if you've been in a bit of a slump. And it can also be, again, a divine yes. The sun is bringing so many divine yeses to people. And all the time, really. And anyway, for you, Aquarius, it can also be a divine yes when it comes to a favor that you've been waiting on, or like a loan that you've applied for, or something else that, yeah, you've been waiting on. And there can be some revelations, or kind of you find something out about other people's business and secrets. So be mindful, Aquarius, not to be judgmental and to make some wise choices when it comes to handling any new information you come across. Okay, Pisces, I love this season for you, Pisces. This is your partner season, and there's lots of that divine yes energy for you and your partners, or maybe like more of the spotlight is coming on your partner/partners. And I like this for Pisces because the singletons as well, they can, during this time, more easily kind of see who might be a good match, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking to couple up and commit. And of course, for some Pisces risings, the Sun and Venus in Virgo will mean a proposal or a confirmation of something becoming more committed, which includes, by the way, business. So business partnerships and business endeavors with other people. There can be that kind of divine yes coming through. Maybe you have to wait a while until like late August, early September, once the Mercury retrograde kind of clears out. But anyway, I'm liking this for you, Pisces. And the only thing that might get in the way for some Pisces risings is the Saturn-Sun opposition during Virgo season. And it can make some Pisceans really doubtful or negative about relationships with others, maybe with their partnership, romantically as well. Although I do feel that a lot of Pisceans by now, or from this moment, they're already getting familiar with Saturnian energy, and they're already like cultivating love in a serious way in their relationships. But maybe for like one or two Pisces risings, it can be more of a kind of difficult or negative kind of down type of feeling that gets in the way of what the sun wants to bring you, which is that divine blessing when it comes to your 7th house. Okay, Aries. So for you, Aries, this is suffering and illness and ailments, kind of bad fortune and all of that stuff kind of getting a bit better for you during Virgo season. And especially because this year we've got the moon and Chiron in your sign, really helping to tone this here Virgo season. And I'm loving the increase here for many Aries in like medicinal knowledge and health knowledge and skills related knowledge, even fighting and defense knowledge. And there's a lot of Aries risings benefiting from teaching and learning and coaching and this type of stuff in Virgo season as well. And you may need to be, Aries, a role model for someone during Virgo season. So what I would say is don't be tempted to judge or scorn that person. Just be like proactive and be there for them. Okay, Taurus. I'm very much loving this energy for you as well, Taurus. Beautiful trine energy from Venus in her joy in your 5th house for a start. That's lush. Bring in a lot of Taurians, this kind of heightened time of self-pleasure and joy. If you weren't already doing that as a Taurus rising, but for those who weren't, it can really push you out of a rut and bring so much self-pleasure and joy. And for those Taurus risings who have children, which by the way can be pets or plants and other things as well, not just human children, but children can also be getting even more good news, or like good stuff is happening to them, or they get some kind of big yes that you've all been waiting for. And the only thing I can generally see going a bit wrong for Taurus rising is being overly giving in Virgo season. You've got Uranus in your 1st house, and that is making a trine to the 5th house. And this can make for you in Virgo season, it can mean that you are in one of these periods or like mindsets or phases even when you really let loose. You know, Taurus, with Uranus being in your sign for so fucking long now and even longer to come, a lot of Taurians have just been out of whack, as the phrase goes. And even to yourself, you might be like, why have I been like this? so much like this for so many months or even a year or two. It's so weird. And this can be Uranus really just throwing your old personality out, or throwing your very spirit into some other like dimensions, and you're just like, what the feck? But anyway, for you, Virgo season can be when you want to really let loose and splash out left, right, and center. So I would remind you to keep in mind what I mentioned, this overarching dragon year energy. It's very much this energetic theme of wise decision making. So if you are in that spendy, flashy, charitable mood, that it's going to the the right people, the right causes, and ensuring that that booty of yours, those gold coins, they're not going to be completely lost in the space of one season, Virgo season. Okay, Gemini. So for you, Gemini, this is your mercurial sister season, Virgo, and it's an easy and ample time for Geminis to get more involved with their inner self and to make much better decisions for themselves. And generally, I think it's a time for Geminis to calm down or slow down, or to have one of those like extended shutdown moments. I've talked about this on my channel before with Gemini, how Gemini heavy people, they need these shutdown moments where they just disconnect from everyone and everything for a while. And I think that's true this here Virgo season as well. You are having like this moment of rightfully ghosting and disconnecting from the world. And you may also, Gemini, be needed at home. So don't be bad. Don't make excuses to not show up at home when you can, because some of you are being called home. And friends or other people might also seem quieter than usual or disappear during Virgo season, and that's fine. They might just need a break from the world too. So you might be seeing a lot of that. Basically, Virgo season can be kind of quiet or quieter for a lot of Geminis. Cancer, then, this is your third house season. This is the final step, Cancer, of your personal spiritual spring. Each of the personal seasons in the birth chart are 3 months or 3 seasons long, and we're at the end of the first spiritual season. And for some, there'll be lots of good stuff and revitalization around the themes of siblings and friends and neighbors. And you can also be out and about around your locality, your kind of local spots or dives during Virgo season. So you might be in a more kind of extroverted or outgoing mood, which is nice for those Cancer risings who may be a bit too homebound. But I really mean, like, I don't mean anything really far necessarily, but like just getting more into or diving back into your neighborhoods. You may also, Cancer, be being called to pay more attention to your friends or your siblings, to like put more effort into these relationships. So don't ignore that, Cancer. And you can also be more positively interacting with your digital localities. This is also the third house. So that's any kind of online forums or social media platforms, websites, and the like that you may be a part of. Finally, then, last but not least, never ever least, Leo. We have Leo. So for you, Virgo season marks a great chance for you to put lots of positive and full of conviction type of energy into such second house themes as nutrition or diet or cooking, even things like planting and gardening and harvesting. Well, maybe not harvesting, but like planting and sowing seeds, whether literally or otherwise. And there could be signs for you, Leo, flagging up regarding your spending and your investments. So if you do have these flags coming up, don't ignore that. That's the sun trying to show you quite big and brightly what's up. And I'm seeing a lot also of potential to spend more money on yourself and or on your body, or to put more effort into cultivation of self. Why do I say that? Because we have your first house ruler, the sun, transiting your second house in Virgo season. The second house being things like spending and money and seeds. And so you're putting all of that kind of into yourself. So kind of like backwards. a forwards backwards thing for Leo risings, Virgo season. But anyway, this is beautiful and lovely. I'm loving this potential for you, Leo, and especially the wiser that your investments are during Virgo season, the more gorgeous, very similar to Libra rising this year. But like the more, or this point of the year, I should say, but for you and Libra rising, like the more wise your investments, the more gorgeous things are going to feel come kind of late August, early September. All right, my loves, that's what I have for you. Have a lovely Thursday Learn Day and rest of the week. I'll be back next week with some more videos. Take care. I love you. And let me know how you're doing. Bye-bye.